Welcome to Yeah It's Red, the channel where I talk about my red ST1100. Today we're going to talk about cameras. Right here are a number of the items that I'm going to be using over the summer to record and document my adventures on my red ST1100. What I've recently acquired is this GoPro type camera. It's called an SJ Cam 7J Star. I acquired this through GearBest. It had some good ratings. It's a 4K camera, but I'll probably be shooting mostly in 1080p, 60 frames per second. It has a gyro item included. The camera that I first started off with was this Midland. I really liked it. It was mounted onto the side of my helmet. It's great. There's a track on each side. It was good. It's Wi-Fi capable. It had this big, huge spider mount that I mounted on the side of the helmet, which I've since taken off and replaced with a GoPro style. Battery life on this is great. Drawback is when you have it in Wi-Fi mode, you have to use your phone to activate it to start it, or there is a delayed start, so it's not instantaneously, and quite often I forget to put it in the manual mode. But quite a nice little camera. This is going to be my B-roll camera. Other items I've assembled are some waterproof cases that I have modified so I can... This camera here has the option of an external microphone like this, a lavalier, which I can plug in. It's a proprietary one for this camera. It uses the USB port for it. You can't use the GoPro adapter for a regular microphone on this one. The configuration of the pins are different. I have also modified one of my waterproof cases to accept that cable to go through it. It seals it fairly well, but it's not waterproof. But it will protect it from the elements. I do have another waterproof case that I had purchased. We have arms that come with the cameras. They're good. We may use them, may not. The other one that I have here is a frame for this camera, and I've got a GoPro ball mount for a RAM arm, and I use that. I will be using that on my motorcycle. I have equipped my B camera on its waterproof case with one of those mounts, and I prefer to put this in the waterproof case because it'll seal the microphone. It does have a microphone port, but then I have to wire the microphone, and that gets complicated. The other things that I have, of course, are this is the remote control on a Bluetooth device for my SJ Cam. I have a number of carriages that we can explore. This is the armband that I'm going to use to mount on my helmet. And that comes in a kit with a whole bunch of things like headbands and vest bands and all sorts of carriages and mounting pieces, all for $14, so you can't go wrong on that. This is the carriage unit that came with the camera. I'll talk a bit about that in a second. This track unit came with my SJ Cam. It's proprietary to that camera in terms of what it came with as accessories. It won't accept the standard GoPro carriage. It's its own unit. It has a little locking tab on the bottom, so you slide it in, and then it can't go. It doesn't need that plastic. It's very good. It's an improvement on the other GoPros, which can tend to be a little bit loose. This is the standard one that you can buy in kits. And you have to lift up the tab in the carriage to slide it out. Great. What also came with that camera was a 360-degree turning mount. I like it. It's got pincher units, and you can rotate it And I have mounted that on my helmet, on this helmet here. I mounted it back where I had my Midland camera. It's kind of far back, and I was looking at other options. And on the net, there are some great things to do for mounting your camera on it. But some of them are now going for a chin mount here. But the problem being, of course, is on this one, I have a vent control, and it's also my release to raise the helmet up or not. So that's gets in the way. So you don't really want your camera in the way of that. But looking on the net, there's a number of solutions. Some of the people, they actually make a mold and mount the curved section in and make sure that it all fastens tightly. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with that, so I came up with another solution, and I didn't come up with it myself. Another young lady actually was quite inventive in terms of how she wanted to mount her unit, and we're going to talk about that. So what that is what came in my kit is an armband unit. And the plus about this is that it can just loop around the front of the helmet. It has Velcro, and what it allows me to do is when I have my microphone, my lav, inside the helmet, it locks it into place with the Velcro. I can stuff the extra cable. I don't have to hide the cable inside the helmet, behind the liner or anything like that. I don't have it dangling. I can just place it on the Velcro, close it, and actually adjust my microphone inside my helmet. So that was the bonus. Now to make that also work, another young lady on another channel got me onto this curved extension. And you can buy this at TV Mall for under $5. It's great. And it comes with the necessary hardware to make that work. So I will show you. So essentially what I did was I take this, I place it close to where I want my camera to go. You feed it through the loops, and you just cinch it like this. There. It is now close to the front. It's there. It's fairly secure. You could probably put there's a rubber piece inside that, and if you sprinkle a little of a soft drink on it, like Coke, on there, it becomes tacky, and that'll prevent it from any more movement. But it is, depending on how tight you cinch it, it's pretty good. And now, with that long arm, and you attach it there, that brings the camera further to the front. And I'll show you how I did that in a moment. Right, so now I have mounted on the camera on the mount. I have it positioned this way, the long part, so that any kind of leverage will prevent it from jiggling around. It's fairly stable. It doesn't jiggle around too much. So there. Microphone cable, security loop attached. I'm not sure how well that is. And then inside, it's just Velcroed in there. You can see the microphone for my the lavalier, as well as the microphone for my Bluetooth headset that's in the helmet. So, and it doesn't really interfere too much. I've got plenty of room in there for that. It may or may not work with every helmet. You can set this up, and I can still close my visor. Okay, so yes, there is a slight gap, but I'm riding an ST1100 with a reasonably sized windshield, wind noise. Most of the time I'm riding with this open anyway, so it's not too much of a problem. Keep in mind, some state laws prohibit you attaching anything to your helmet. The manufacturer may not say it may void the warranty on their helmet. Keep that in mind. So you do all this stuff at your own risk. I'm just showing you something that is an option. And there we go. And back to my Midland camera. This is great. That's my B-roll. I'll put it in this case. There, it's all locked up. It's kind of nice. And then it will go on an arm similar to this on my bike, which I will show you momentarily. Here's my B-roll camera. It's on the ram mount, mounted to a ram ball that is attached to the clutch reservoir. I can move it in center, I can move it back, I can move it forward if I wish. I can mount my other camera on there and power it and make it like a dash cam. With the remote, for the SJ cam, it was a wristband. And so what I ended up doing was I just wrapped it around my clutch reservoir. I can hit the buttons because I'm kind of loaded here with some things. I've got my heated grips controller here. This is my cruise control. But anyway, I can reach over and start the button if I need to. So that's my setup. Anyway, you know the drill. If you like the video, click like and subscribe if you wish. Remember, be safe. Chat with you soon. Bye.